Welcome to the Gleeful Meeple, a board game community that's your community too, no matter where you are. In this episode, we look backward and forward and all aroundward at gaming predictions, our most anticipated, and our gaming resolutions. We skipped this week's game of the show because that's a lot to talk about. And you, the Gleeples, get to play along as the hosts get put in the hot seat with this week's game challenge. Welcome to 2026, y'all.
All aroundward?
All aroundward, JK.
That's a new one on me.
We're going to the fourth dimension here.
Whoa.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hi, Gleeples. It's Emily.
This is JK.
This is James, and I'm Dwayne.
Yeah, we're sort of missing Dwayne at the moment. As y'all know from last season, he has relocated to Washington State out west, and I believe he is currently attending a gaming convention out there. So.
And then due to Nashville's ice apocalypse of 2026, that kind of messed up the beginning of our recording schedule.
It's a miracle we're getting this recorded today, y'all.
Oh my word!
So you get 3/4 of the podcast crew today.
Yes.
I'm a weekend without power, almost a weekend. So we are making this happen.
That's crazy.
But you know what doesn't change?
What doesn't change, James?
Riddles.
We're still going to do that in season 3.
Yes,
okay.
we're keeping it going.
Riddles.
All right.
Riddles.
Left or right, you got it all wrong. Round and round, Muzak's the song. Played in order, you have some room to jump ahead, though it may mean your doom. The doors are closing, look out, beware. You've too many colors in the numeric affair.
I have a guess.
Okay.
The problem is I've not played this game, so I'm not sure of the title, but I believe you're referencing Up, Down?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Up or down?
Up or down.
Up or
yeah.
down. Up
yeah,
or down.
the elevators.
Yeah, it says the elevators, right? The doors are closing. Because in that game, as you get
Yep.
down to the lower numbers, the art on the cards is elevator doors slowly closing,
Yes.
closing.
Okay.
So like the number one card is fully closed and the whatever the highest card
Like
is.
120, 30 something.
Something, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like fully open. So
I've seen it played a couple times. Really looks like a clever game. I want to get
It's
a
cute.
chance to play that.
if you like Ohanami, you'll probably like it. So,
Okay. What'd you guys do during your break?
Oh, man.
I forget.
What did I not do during my break, JK?
Seriously.
Ate some cookies, drank some eggnog.
Played a lot of party games with the family.
I've played a lot of party games, yeah.
I tricked my family into playing quacks. So like my family's more of like the lighter fare, so I got very nervous like laying out all of the components for quacks. But I was like, I did it while like everyone was kind of like preoccupied. Like the men folk were watching one of the games that was on the TV. My mom was just like picking up stuff in the kitchen. And I'm like, do you guys want to play one more game? My mom's like, yeah, just give me a few minutes. I'll clean up and we can all gather around. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I just spent 10 minutes setting up all the tokens out and like to see their eyes just grow bigger as they walk towards the table. I was like, don't freak out. We got this. And they really enjoyed it by the end of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not a hard game.
It's
like
not.
You can teach non-gamers pretty easily and they'll kind of grasp the idea of it, unless you use some of the really complicated powers, which
Yes.
advise against.
Yeah.
I'd say the most popular game across all the holidays in my family gatherings was Tower Bricks. It's a game that Emily picked up at
Gen Con?
TGD.
Or TGD. Okay.
Yeah. It was a play to win, and then she ended up playing it a number of times there, actually won it, and it's great.
Because is that the one with the dexterity game, like the blocks and whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it's
it looked really
dexterity in the
cute.
sense of like, it's not like Jenga where you have to be careful dexterity. You're just stacking and placing the blocks where everyone has a different secret card that says
Yes.
blue blocks can't be touching red blocks,
Yes.
or at least 2 blue blocks must be horizontal. But you have 5 or 6 people all with these different objectives.
Yeah.
And so you're fighting against each other. And so
Okay.
there's no turns or anything. You're all just reaching in, and like you'll eventually get to a point where everyone's holding thumbs up or thumbs down at the table.
Yeah.
And thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs
like-
down. So they're out there.
What brick needs to be moved?
They rearrange it for themselves, and then someone else's thumbs up goes to a thumbs down because they messed them up, and you're just trying to get it perfect to match everyone's objectives. It's great.
Okay. I did pick up a party game called Ito.
I've heard a lot about this.
It's really fun. Yeah. And I actually took this to work the other day. And at the end of our manager's meeting, I was like, hey, y'all sit still for a second. I'm going to teach you how to play this game real quick, and made the management staff play it. Think kind of like fun facts, where you're trying to get the answers within a certain order, but you're also kind of playing the mind, where you have a deck of cards from 1 to 100. And then whatever your category is, you draw a card, and then you give a clue based on where that number lies. So let's say, for example, your category is size of animals. If you have the 1 card, you might say amoeba. If you have the 100 card, you might say Godzilla. But if you've got the 55 card, how do you determine where that animal falls in the size of animal range? Mm-hmm. And then each player gives their answer and slides their card in. You kind of have this debate between everybody of where does your answer lie? You're trying to get these cards in a ascending order down the row. Really clever game. It's super simple, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to play that. Well, we could talk probably a lot about all the games we played during the holidays, but there's a lot to get to for today's episode. Although I do want to say, y'all might have noticed a little bit of a different intro this time. You know, we were looking back at our last couple seasons, and I don't know if you know this or not, but our first season, almost half our episodes, we had special guests on. And we are refocusing on the community this season. We're going to see special guests and all kinds of, we have other fun things planned for this season that we're really excited about. But we know that one of the things that makes us really special, just as a group, are the people that we play games with. So you're going to hear a lot about that this season.
Clearly what we are saying is our fame went to our heads after season 1.
Obviously.
Our egos skyrocketed in season 2. And now we've been humbled, and we're coming back to earth. We're going back to our roots for season 3.
So with that said, let's look back at 2025 before we jump into 2026.
Dun, dun, dun. Even though Dwayne cannot be here today, he actually was gracious enough to provide us some information so we can actually look back at some of the things that he said, and he clued us in on some of his predictions and wishes and wants for this year as well. So while he's not physically in the room, we still have Dwayne sort of here with us.
So I think the way we're going to do this is last year we talked about our most anticipated games. We talked about our predictions for 2025. And our own personal just gaming resolutions for 2025. I think we're going to look back at each of those categories first, and then we'll look forward at 2026.
Okay. We're recovering everything from last year first, then looping back. Okay. Sounds good.
So I'll kick us off. So we'll do most anticipated first. So my most anticipated games from 2025 were Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game, Aetherstone, Regicide Legacy, Point Galaxy, Luthier, however you want to pronounce it, and Coming of Age. What about you, JK? What were your most anticipated?
Mine came down to a real short list. I had Final Girl Season 3, I had Roth, and I had Tend.
It's so fun looking back and just like hearing all these names, and I'm like, oh, now there's actually depth and meaning.
Well, and here's there's humor to this list once we cycle back to mine. Emily, yours?
Mine was Parks 2nd edition. I like real focused and narrowed. I was so excited for it.
Dwayne was looking forward to Puerto Rico Special Edition, Flashpoint Legacy of the Flame, Paranoid, the uncooperative board game, March of the Ants Evolved Edition, and Soda Jerk.
All right. The only one I could comment on one of those. I actually got to play Puerto Rico Special Edition because another friend of mine got it, and it's a nice, what you'd think of for Puerto Rico Special Edition. Little minis for the standees, acrylic tiles. It was great. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Puerto Rico. I think it's an okay game after the one play.
Are you on Team JK with this one?
I think I am. Okay. I think I am, at least so for right
good.
now.
And the Special Edition is so pretty.
It is very pretty, though. They did a good job on it.
Emily, was your Park 2nd edition better than the original?
Oh, my word. Let me tell you about the journey Park 2nd edition took in my brain and my heart last year. So, first introduction of Park 2nd edition to my partner, he's just started criticizing everything and comparing everything to the first edition. And I was like, I feel like you're not getting it. Like, this is supposed to be more streamlined. This is supposed to be more accessible. And so it took him a little bit to come around. But then after getting several more plays of Park 2nd Edition in, we decided to revisit first edition. And about a quarter way through the game, he was like, I actually really hate this. Can we abandon the game?
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. So second,
He blasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled a me.
But it was one of those, like, I felt so vindicated. I was like, I knew you would come around. Like, we've really enjoyed second edition. Like, first edition holds a special place in my heart and my memory, but second edition is where it's at now.
Okay.
I'll say we played it together on BGA, and I really enjoyed the changes.
Yes.
The canteens are so much more fun to play with.
Yes.
It was great.
It made a lot of the mechanics that were not super valuable or strong in the first edition, totally revamped them.
Yeah.
And made them worth using now.
I love the tents. That's a great little like additional choice that you have to make. Do you spend your turn doing this or that? But it gives you flexibility. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
So out of my 3, Final Girl Season 3, I did pick up at Tabletop Day because Van Ryder was one of the sponsors and I had a couple copies there. So I was excited about that. Late in the year, I did pick up a copy of Tend, the deluxe edition from Ivy Studios. Thank you, Austin, for selling that to me on site. And then there's Roth, which was one of my most anticipated games for the year. I haven't even played it yet.
It's so pretty. I really enjoyed it.
I've learned it twice and still haven't gotten it to the table because I have it.
It's we need to set some time up.
We do.
How about you, James?
So mine, Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game. It's great.
It's classic.
I've only gotten like 4 sessions in, so I want to finish all the way through it because 2 Towers is out now.
Yep.
But I'm not going to get that. I'm going to hold myself accountable, finish the first one first, but it's great. If you haven't tried it, it's fantastic.
So quick question about Fellowship of the Ring. What makes it so great? Is it similar to The Crew where it has like that storyline kind of going on?
You have missions, you have challenges with each level, and they are ascending difficulty and they are challenging difficulty.
Okay.
You have a variety of things you're trying to accomplish. Some of them are fairly simple. Like if you have Gandalf, at least Gandalf early in the game, you just have to win a trick. That's it. If you have Frodo, you have to get a certain number of the ring cards in your possession by the end of the game. As it starts to amplify, it gets crazy. Like if you're one of the elves in one of the later rounds, you have to be able to play a forest card on the final trick. Otherwise you lose. So if you're not dealt a forest card, or if you're dealt a handful of forest cards and people call them out of your hand,
right,
you're out. And that's just one example of some of the variety of ways that the players, the characters, have requirements on them. It's great. I think it's a wonderful trick-taking game.
Yeah.
The other neat thing is that it introduces all this stuff over time. So unlike The Crew, where it's kind of the same cards you're playing with, it just changes the rules. This is following the story of the books. So you'll be playing a character on the 15th time you play this for the first time.
Okay.
Because now they introduce themselves to the story.
And others will drop out of each hand.
Right.
So like you see Bilbo.
Yeah.
Bilbo's in the first hand.
That's it.
And then he checks out.
So, yeah, that's great. Etherstone was one of my most anticipated, which was a card drafting game kind of similar to Res Arcana, and that you go through this drafting process at the start of the game, and then the hand of cards you end up with, which I want to say it's 7 cards, that is it, the entire game. But there's other things that are different about this, but it's designed by Simone Luciani, which does heavy Euros. So it really grabbed my interest and attention because of that. And I've only gotten to play it once, but really enjoyed it. It's all about card combos, but there's a central line of baddies that you're all attacking rather than really attacking each other. And just really neat. Amazing artwork. I'm hoping to get it to the table a lot more. Regicide Legacy is hard. It beat me up.
To say, okay, because the game itself is hard.
Yeah, I got this hoping to play it solo. I'm not a solo gamer, but I'm like, I'm going to keep trying. Every now and then I'll pick a game and see if it draws me in. And I don't know the formula for Regicide yet because I'm just not good at it.
I hated Regicide. I thought it was an awful game. And it cracked me up that they came out with a Legacy version because basically Regicide could be played with any deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. everyone's raving about it, and I get why. I'm just not good at it, so I haven't made it past the first mission yet. And I'm taking all the extra help the game gives you if you keep failing, like a legacy game kind of does, and it's still not helping. So I'm just not good. I'm not good at Regicide. I want to push through it though.
Got to get some reps in on BGA.
Yeah, something. I need to play the regular game. That was kind of my plan. I need to stop the legacy.
Yeah.
Just play it normal for a while. Figure out what am I missing. I feel like I'm missing something before I keep going through because it's just terrible. Point Galaxy, the next game in the Point series.
Yes.
Point Salad, Point City, and now Point Galaxy. Really enjoyed it. I got it in. They're doing a good job evolving that. I like that. My main issue with Point City was that it kind of was too long. And this does play faster, which is great. But it's a whole new formula. I'll have it in my bag sometimes at events. So ask me to play it if you want. It's fun. It's similar formula to the other ones. One side of the card is a scoring thing. The other side does something else. And you're just trying to build this tableau in front of you with cards that score different ways. So super straightforward. And the other two I didn't get to play. Luthier, which is getting rave reviews from lots of people. But I'll come back to that a little bit later in the episode. And then Coming of Age, which was a live your life game, story of life game from Danny Garcia, designer of Barcelona and all that. I'll probably come back to him later too. But just a really interesting Euro take on kind of that story of lifestyle game. There's been a lot of them out there, like the Game of Life from way back when, but none of them are really very heavy Euros. And this brought that to that. And I want to try it.
Luthier was on my list for a while, predominantly because of the amazing Vincent Dutrait artwork there. However, I have come to the realization this last year that Vincent Dutrait is doing artwork on games faster than I can actually buy the board games. So at last count, he has 225 games that he's the artist on. I'm not going to add all of them to my collection. So I'm starting to be more picky and choosy.
Well, that's the most anticipated. Sounds like some of them were hits.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them just didn't get to play.
Yeah.
There's just too many games, y'all. There's too many games.
So many.
How about predictions, James?
All right, my predictions from last year. I'll do my first one here. I thought that Asmodee will start acquisitions again. And by acquisitions, like actual company acquisitions.
Absorbing entire companies?
Yes. Okay. They did acquire some IPs this year from CMON, like everybody else, because CMON just dumping what they have to get money. But they made no company acquisition. So now they have since recently announced that they plan to actually do that. But I'm not gonna do that again this year and take advantage of that. So I thought for sure they were going to last year, and they really didn't. So that's a fail on one of my predictions.
They did overhaul like BGA's look.
Yes.
I had forgotten Asmodee owned them, and then they redid the logo, and I was like, where have I seen that design before? And it was Asmodee.
Uh-huh.
What's your first one, Emily?
Mine was, I had a prediction with the growing rise of like AI. Everyone's talking about AI. I work in the tech sphere, and so that's been like a hot topic at my own day job. That we're going to see some sort of like AI controversy. And I didn't find anything big throughout the year, but I am certainly seeing it a lot more kind of in the blog space of like board gamers, the hobbyist talking about whether or not it should exist in any part of the board game process. Meeple Mountain, there was a reviewer that got a game, started to write the review for the game, halfway through realized that there was like AI art on it, and then stopped the review, because that is a policy that Meeple Mountain has, is that they will not review a game if they find out that it like AI is a part of it. And that's just like the stance they've taken. But I haven't we know about Terraforming Mars, but like that didn't happen last year. Yeah. And so there wasn't anything else that like I felt like hit as big as what I was like trying to predict.
Okay. I said that last year would be the year of the duel. And I think I was pretty head on.
Boy,
there.
did you nail that one. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So many duel games coming out.
You didn't count. You didn't go back and count, did you?
No.
I'm like, do you even need to, though?
I mean,
so
it's almost to the point where if you can think of a fairly popular game,
it probably has
there's also a duel version of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if it's going to slow down. I mean, I think the one that came out that's the most interesting to me that I would really love to get to play is Aquatica. came out with a dual version.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it looks really interesting. I'd love to play it, but yeah, they just keep coming out.
Yeah.
They're not slowing down.
Yeah. And there's also, you mean outside of the dual labeled games, we've also seen, Scorpion Mask came out with Sky Team, which is just a 2-player game. They've since come out with Tag Team, which is just a 2-player game. So that's definitely still a wheelhouse that companies are leaning into, is the smaller footprint, smaller player count games.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a checkmark win for you on prediction.
Yeah. Did you have any others?
I did. One of mine was that 10 plus Reiner Knizia games would be released. And there were 13. So I got it.
Is he dying? Is he trying to get these out before he passes? Like what's driving that?
He has such a large catalog that they're being re-released with new themes, new implementations. So not all of them are brand new designs.
I was just about to ask if you made a distinction.
Yeah, I did not. I did 10 plus because I know that's a combination of both. Yep. Yes. So companies keep tapping into his past catalog and re-releasing games as new ones. But it's not just straight reprints. They're redeveloping it and stuff. But then he did also release some of his own brand new designs as well. I thought 10 might have been pushing it, but ended up being about 13. And there's actually a couple more, but they were like expansion things that I didn't count. So one win for me on the prediction.
Okay. We asked Dwayne for his predictions from last year, and he said, and I quote, "I have absolutely no memory of this." That if he had time, he would go back and listen to last year's episode. Dwayne's had a lot on his mind over the past few months, so we'll give him a pass on this one. Emily, did you have any other predictions from last year?
Not that I remembered. I just remember the AI one.
Okay.
And I was like, I think I just put all my marbles in that one.
I had one other one, and it was just, early in the year last year, we had a very strange political climate. There were tariffs being talked about, and I predicted that costs for board games would skyrocket due to the political climate. Kinda like we saw a little surge early in the year, but then I feel like game companies kind of weathered the storm and didn't really pass on
it's like they
massive costs to us.
Yeah, they either tried to absorb it or they tried to write it out. I know Van Ryder increased prices of like the Final Girl.
Yeah.
And like I felt like they were just like more targeted here and there's.
You saw a lot of like the new product that was already like in progress in China. They kind of had to figure out a plan for those. But then you also saw Van Ryder's a great example where they offered discounts on all of their catalog titles that were already in stock. So they found a way to kind of offset some of the damage they were doing to their consumers. I thought it was going to be far worse. It really wasn't as bad as I expected it to see.
Yeah. Yeah. At least on the outside. And we've talked to a couple people that we know had to spend a lot of extra money in the middle of it. Yeah. And I don't know if they've ever released those numbers publicly, so I won't share them on the podcast, but hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably across all the different conversations we've had. So we didn't feel it on the consumer side, but I still think the industry felt it.
Yes. I'm sure. Yeah.
And the last one that I had was that more games being re-released as new versions with expansions baked in.
Kind of like the Parks New Edition.
Yeah. This I was thinking things, going back to Raiders of Scythia, where it was Raiders of the North Sea with some of the expansions baked in. Dune Imperium, Uprising, which is Dune Imperium. So that had already happened. So I thought that would continue to happen. And there really wasn't a whole lot that I could see. Park Second Edition, for sure, is a great example of that. They took some of the expansion stuff, baked it in. And then Santorini Pantheon Edition came out. And that is a re-release of Santorini with all the God cards expansions baked in, along with an actual separate little expansion called Riddle of the Sphinx. So that one kind of did it as well. But that was really all I could see. I mean, there were re-releases like Knizia games and stuff, but not like here's this new version of this game where we kind of baked in expansions and integrated stuff. I think those are the only big two examples I could find. So
I guess Puerto Rico does fall into that as well.
I guess a big box, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of. But I don't know. I'd say it's kind of a half win. I thought it would be more of a thing than it ended up being for me. So those are the predictions. I think we got some of them right.
It was a big 2025 for sure.
Yeah. On to resolutions. Ooh, did we hold ourselves accountable?
Let's see here.
So my first resolution was I wanted to double the amount of game plays from last year, which would have been 2024. I had just not a great 2024 for gaming, and I had 181 games played in 2024.
Did you play 362 individual games last year?
I definitely did not.
I was about to say, I was like, if my memory serves me correct.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
No, I'm curious too. I'm going to look at mine.
But I know I thought
JK beat James's goal.
I had higher hopes for myself. So in 2025, I played 227 individual logged plays. So even if I was off a little bit, it's nowhere close to where I needed to be.
But it is more than 24. So
yes,
congrats to that.
Yeah.
And I don't play BGA before JK says whatever
Oh,
his
you
number
don't log
is.
it? You don't log it?
That definitely padded my number for last year.
I don't log it. I also don't play it a whole bunch.
Yeah. Emily?
I was like, yeah, BGA made up like, I think 30% of my logs or 25% of my logs last year. My resolutions.
Now, how many did you play last year?
Just kidding. Sorry. 412.
All right. I still got you. I'm at 577. I have a problem.
I was like, even with my 21 plays of Flip 7 and my 13 plays of Lucky Numbers, was not able to get to the 500 level. I was starting to have like identity crisis in November where I was like, oh, I want to have 365 plays. I need to have a play per day. But we did it.
What was your resolution?
Mine, I wanted to finish Pandemic Legacy because at the time we were about halfway through. I wanted to start a new Legacy game. I wanted to teach more games, and I wanted to play Mansions of Madness with expansions because I had recently purchased it. Well, I have finished Pandemic Legacy. We did win. It was very fun. And I am in the talks with some friends about starting a new Legacy game. So it's one of those, the summer just got kind of like a little haywire, and I am not regretting taking a pause on regularly scheduled commitments of Legacy games. But I'm looking forward to getting that started again this year. I did teach a lot of games, almost to the point where I kind of wanted a break, and I think that's where I went to BGA.
Because that was one of your resolutions too, right?
Yes.
Was to teach more games.
So I feel a lot more comfortable teaching the games I own, and especially like there was an event I hosted and we didn't have a whole lot of our regulars, and so I was going to every single table teaching them a different game, and one of the visitors was just like, how do you know how to teach like this many games? I'm like, lots of practice and lots of self-doubt. But I still have not played Mansions of Madness, and I'm sad about it.
Oh, that was your other resolution?
Yep.
Do you own it?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
It's good.
I know. Had it for a year now.
My first resolution is kind of hard to pull data for to see whether I did well on it or not, but I think I did. I wanted to move away from playing as many heavy Euros as I had been playing and kind of focus more on mid-weight and lighter games. And my thought process on that, I believe, was in playing heavy Euros, like when we go to some place like TGD or if we're at a game event, I'm getting to play one game, which might be a really, really satisfying game, but there's a little hint of jealousy or FOMO that this other table over here cycled through 4 different games in the time that I played my one game.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have a better experience than I? I don't know. I do believe I did successfully move away from heavy Euros a little bit last year, and my only data on that is that I have, based on the numbers that I played last year, I went up about 200 games played from one year to the next.
That's crazy.
I feel like I got more lighter games in. I think
100 plays of Flip 7.
Yeah.
Yes, nothing but Flip 7, 365 days a year.
So mine was kind of the opposite of that. Going to my first resolution was doubling the amount of game plays, but my other resolution was focus on games I want to play, so less party games.
Okay.
Which would mean fewer games, more time spent, on the games I did play. Like more actual time.
Yeah, you handcuffed your other resolution.
Exactly. Yeah. So sacrificed one for the other because I feel like I did actually play way fewer party games at our events and things. I mean, I can probably count on one hand the amount of times I played just one last year. which is rare.
Yeah.
Right. Or so clover, or So I think I succeeded with that one, but yeah, at the sacrifice of my first resolution. And that was it. Those are all my resolutions. So looking at Dwayne's resolutions, he's not here, but he had finally play Ogre, which is a big old huge game from the 80s?
Yeah.
Maybe 70s? I'm not sure.
I think he did play that.
Did he?
I think, because I believe he had that out at one of the big events, either TGD or Tabletop.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think.
All right. Well, we'll confirm with him. He wanted to play some Civil War game that he got from Goodwill. No idea what that could be.
Thank you for your notes.
Yeah. Last one was he wanted his H index to get to 30. It was currently at 19. And what that means is the H index is you play 5 games 5 times each, 10 games 10 times each. In this case, at this point, he'd played 19 games 19 times each, and he wanted to get that to 30. And we did some snooping on his logged plays on Board Game Geek, and he did not hit it.
We don't think he got there.
We don't think he got there.
And he didn't play Ogre either.
Oh, no.
Oh, all right. So
why is it an H index? What's the terminology there?
I think it comes from stats.
All right.
What's the H mean? I don't know.
Oh, the Hirsch index.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Hirsch.
Oh, yeah.
How could I forget about Hirsch? I had another resolution. I was going to play more disc golf this year.
Oh, yeah. How'd
you play
that
disc
Really
golf?
looking forward to that. We'll talk about that on my 2026 resolutions.
Moving on, it sounds like. Well, that is everything from last year.
That is everything from 2025.
So-
What a big year.
Gosh, what a year. Yeah.
Shall we face our eyes forward and onward and all aroundward
That's
to
right.
look at 2026?
Good callback. Nice job.
So most anticipated, I have some games. I am looking forward to. I'll throw a couple out there to get us started.
Okay.
So I'll start off with our local folks here at Ivy Studios. They have a few games coming out, and I'm getting a couple of them, but I really am looking forward to Honor's End.
Also on my list.
I mean, it was a very unique experience of combining story that's actually engaging with really fun gameplay, and one doesn't get in the way of the other. It's not like, oh, I'm spending 30 minutes reading all this stuff, or it's only a card worth of story. I'm going to complain that it's not enough story. And like it's the perfect medium of both, and a really unique take on deck building, but then playing out those cards into a tableau.
Yeah.
They did a lot of interesting things with this, and I'm looking forward to playing through all the chapters.
It had a weird. Was there dice drafting as well? Like I'm trying to harken back to when we played card drafting, but you're getting dice as part of the cards you're playing.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, to be spent.
And the dice pool basically does the damage to the monster and such.
Yep.
I was intrigued by this game. I was kind of concerned going into it that I wasn't building a great deck, and that I was lagging behind. But then as we kind of worked, it's also cooperative, so that's helpful. You're able to share things with your team. I felt like even though I felt underpowered early in the game, by the end of the game, hint, hint, we won the scenario. I was doing a lot of damage and having a lot of fun with it. I was really intrigued by where this game could go. We played the introductory scenario, and there's a huge campaign book that comes with it. So I think this could be a major, major hit for them when this comes out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big deal. Max, Zach, and Austin are the 3 designers on this one, as they are on a lot of Ivy's games. And I think they've knocked it out of the park. So great job on that one. Highly anticipating it. I guess one more I'll quickly mention is Galileo's Truth, which is kind of not a spiritual successor, but Thunder Griff Games that sent out Darwin's Journey. They are using that design aesthetic and that design language to create a new line of games that follows in that aesthetic and design language. So like the art, the graphic design, all of that. They haven't named this series of games yet, or this line of games, but it follows in that same design path. So, but it's also, it's designed by the French designers, or I'm sorry, it's designed by the Italian designers, Virginio Gigli and Flaminia Brassini. And it just looks really, really interesting. So another big old Euro from Thundergriff, Galileo's Truth. And I'm looking forward to that becoming a line of games where, it's kind of similar to like Shem Phillips and all their games where they have the same iconography, where you can open the box and like maybe not read the rules, but get a pretty good sense of just how the game plays because you're so familiar with the iconography. I think this is going to be a similar line of games.
Emily, how about you?
Well, it's hard to not spoil my predictions with kind of what I'm anticipating too, so I'm just going to go outright and say it. But the Agricola Special Edition looks very, very fun, very pretty.
Have you played Agricola?
I have played Agricola.
Okay.
It was the first time I'd ever played it. Did not understand it. Like I felt like James with Regicide, where I was like, no, I'm playing bad, and I'm playing bad, and I don't know how to change that. Since then, I've gotten a few more plays in BGA and started to really enjoy it. And so I'm looking at like the Game Found like drive, and it's like, and I'm like, oh, do I contribute to this? And it's like, I'm trying to tell myself I don't have the space, but that's one of the ones I'm looking forward to.
It's in late pledge right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is Awakened Realms doing that one as well?
Yes. Yeah.
So they also did Puerto Rico. They also did the Castles of Burgundy,
which makes sense because it's like they do feel kind of familiar.
Yeah. Obviously, I've shared my feelings on Puerto Rico. Not a huge fan. I had Agricola for a while and then moved on to Caverna, which I thought was kind of like the better version of that game.
That's true. And I'll need to play it.
I want
to
Awakened
compare.
Realms to put out more games that are in my wheelhouse because they're so pretty.
Mm-hmm. They really are. But that was one of them. And one that Dwayne and I are definitely kind of like anticipating is DC is Legendary. They're coming out with a new Legendary themed with DC. I am definitely more of a Marvel girly, but I'll be looking forward to that, seeing how it plays, and seeing if I enjoy it better than I enjoy the Marvel one.
Okay.
How about you, JK?
First couple on my list are definite obvious picks. So, James, you kind of called out your hope that Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game, was going to be a big hit last year. That wasn't even on my radar to start the year last year. And when I finally got to play it, I went, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. I'm buying every piece of this. And just recently got the Two Towers, the trick-taking game, which is the second set of that. Haven't played yet, but it's still thematically the same, visually the same, expecting more fun out of that. And then one other that I missed, somehow this either went through Kickstarter or Game Found, and I don't know where I was looking, but I was not looking in the right direction. Cthulhu Death May Die Forbidden Reaches, the next expansion for that, just adding more content to that game, more monsters. They did add in Godzilla, so you can buy a massive, large-sized Godzilla. I'm not going to be doing that. I know one of our friends is, but just the general content of that game, looking forward to adding more into that universe.
All right. Well, my next one is going to be a big one, and it's partially because of the publisher and what they've done so far, and then also the theme. So my next one is Ringyo. Ringyo, Ringyo.
Ringyo.
This is the next big one from Paverson Games. So Luthier, Distilled.
Oh.
This is their big release for 2026. So, of course, big old crunchy Euro. It's going to have an amazing production, no doubt. But the theme is sustainable forestry in Edo-era Japan. You guys don't sound excited. It didn't grab you, huh? It's just such an interesting... I mean, I'll read off of BGG. You play as a daimyo, a feudal lord, overseeing a personal province board that begins as a wild, old-growth forest. Over the course of 5 rounds, you determine a path of your own province by simultaneously placing skilled forestry samurai workers at key intersections to perform actions. This can be harvesting trees to construct farms and castles, planting, and the study of future trees for future knowledge, establishing a new agricultural presence to sustain the region's population, the building of castle structures for both immediate rewards and eventual honor, or even mustering a military force to help support the efforts of the shogun in Edo. So it's just, you're dealing with the weather of Japan, rain having positive and negative flooding effects, and just all kinds of sustainable forestry in Edo. It's just such an interesting theme, and Paverson Games tackling it. It's just, it has my attention.
I mean, I know you're a nature game guy anyway,
Yeah.
so that theme in the hands of this company probably, that's in your wheelhouse.
Yep. So
Absolutely.
can't wait for that to see what that's going to be like. What's your next one, Emily?
I'm gonna go with two more. First one I'm gonna say, following this Japanese theme, Hanami, another Reiner Knizia game being released this year. I got a demo of it at last year's Gen Con, and it definitely piques my interest. I don't know if it's quite up my wheelhouse, but I'm interested for its release and see how it kind of like hits the market. And then another
Hanami.
Mm-hmm.
Hanami. Okay.
Yep. And then it's really pretty. It's pink, flowery, like cherry blossom trees, I believe is kind of like the artwork. But that one, and then Cascadia is coming up with a follow-up, Alpine Lakes, listed as its own standalone game. And I have had a Cascadia expansion on my shelf for I think over a year now too. And so I'm like, okay, I think this is the year I get back into Cascadia and decide whether or not I want it on my shelf. And I'm looking forward to Alpine Lakes to helping kind of like see if that reignites my love of the game or just tells me I'm done with it and ready to sell it.
Well, I don't think the expansion will help. I wasn't a big fan.
I know. And that's what I think that's in the back of my mind every time I look at it too. And I'm like, oh, James doesn't like it. And I'm like, I just need to experience it for myself as well.
Yeah, I want to play Alpine Lakes when it comes out. I didn't back it because I looked at it, and one of the unique things is you're building up now. So it's still a tile placement, but you're building on levels. So tiles on top of tiles. And the more I thought about it, I was like, I think everyone's trying to duplicate Cascadia's systems, and Shallow Sea came out and all
Harmonies.
Yeah, Harmonies.
Yeah.
And Cascadia is still the best version of it, I feel like. And so I didn't back it. I was like, I don't think I want that version of Cascadia. I think it's perfect as it is, if you like Cascadia. So, but
I don't need variations.
I'm looking forward
on
to
a
being
theme.
proved wrong, because if it is good, I'll get it.
So yeah.
I've got a few more that I'm intrigued by that I've kind of put on my wish list to check out once I can physically see a copy of them. The first is Sanibel, which is going to be the latest game from Elizabeth Hargrave, who did Wingspan. This is reportedly a tribute to her father because they used to collect seashells on the beaches of Sanibel. So there's a nice love letter to her dad in this game. I'm also looking at a game from Devere called Gaudi, which is a tile placement game. Danny Garcia, is that the same guy that did Barcelona?
So it's on my list as well. Yep.
Okay. And then my third is going to be a game called Flow, which is by Henry Audubon. Is that Parks?
Yes.
Parks and Johnny Pack with art by Andrew Bosley. Looks sharp. Looks like a little fantasy world type thing on ice flows. So 3 that at least visually and with the people involved in them caught my attention.
And that is spelled F-L-O-E.
F-L-O-E.
Flow.
Yeah. Gaudi, I'm really looking forward to that one because of Danny Garcia, but it's also one of Devere's like medium-sized box games. So I imagine it's going to be a lot of gameplay packed into a small box.
For sure.
So excited for that one. My last 2 that I'll mention is Niraya, Niraya. It is also a Danny Garcia game coming from Devere. But this is an interesting one in that it deals with time mechanics. So you're doing things in the past that affect things in the future. And I don't know a whole lot more than that.
Okay.
But Danny Garcia playing around with the idea of time is just interesting to me because I like how he designs things. So that's really all I know. Interesting theme. It's that you're going to Southeast Asia to archaeological sites, and you're continually reshaping our understanding of the ancient world. So that's kind of you're looking in the past through these archaeological sites, but then you're also there in the future finding them. So it's really interesting. So cool thing. I could see it turning into some fun mechanics. And my very last one, which was recently just announced, is Entropy. It's a new big one from Board and Dice. I'm always usually interested in at least one of Board and Dice's releases each year. And this one is Simone Luciani, Nestor Mangione, and Tommaso Battista, which is the team that was, a lot of them are behind Darwin's Journey and other games, but also they had a big release last year, Shackleton's Base, Journey to the Moon, which I've really wanted to play.
Seen that on a lot of people's top 10 lists for the year.
And so I want to play that, but then that also got me excited for this other one because it has a pretty neat theme as well. Not a lot of information released yet, but it's just that trio of designers. I'm like, I'm not going to miss this one too. I missed Shackleton Base, at least in the year it was released. I'm going to try and get this one, in the year it comes out. I think it's a Gen Con release.
Emily, anything else for you?
All right, I have 2 left. One of them is Slay the Spire Downfall. So just a continuation of that franchise. I want to play the video game. When I played the board game, I felt like I got frustrated because I was trying to look at icons like I would, like if I was playing Darwin's Journey or another Euro or something like that. And it's a little bit like less intuitive than that. And I think it's only less intuitive because I'm used to thinking of like it in one way. But I really enjoyed it, and it's coming out with like new characters, new missions and stuff like that. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see how those play. And then for my last one, it's anticipated because it piqued my curiosity, but the Game Makers, have y'all seen this?
Yes.
I saw the Kickstarter and briefly gave it thought to buy it, and then I just thought it was too much. It's
like, I'll be real, like I'm kind of a hater of it right now because it's just like, it's so meta. Like we're literally talking about the Game Makers of board games. And so it's like this artwork is all of these board games just in a like factory on a shelf or something.
And so it's like the real games. It's not parodies or anything like that.
Yeah. Like no like silly puns or anything. And it's like, no, this is like heat. Heat is right like front and center underneath the title. And so I'm like, I don't know about this, but I'm just so curious to see how it plays. But yeah, that's my last one.
I didn't have anything else. Dwayne just kind of mentioned that he was gonna look forward to more deluxeified reprints, and his examples were Snowdonia, the Grand Tour, Coliseum, the Grand Spectacle, Tenpenny Parks, the Collector's Edition. I didn't even know that was coming out. And he said the Crew, which I don't.
Yes.
Does he mean the gang?
No, the Crew. It's coming out with like more of an Indiana Jones retheming of the Crew.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Okay.
Yeah, but now that you mentioned it, I'm just little bonus the gang deluxe edition.
You got to be kidding me!
I'm going to pre-order it. I think it's a fun little package. So
nice and gold. And then he also mentions Class of '89 because nostalgia.
Yeah, that's a neat looking one. I forget who the publisher is on that one, but that's a lot of games to look forward to in 2026. It's going to be an awesome year of gaming. Cannot wait.
Now, how about our predictions for this year? Let's be Nostradamus and look into the future and see what we see.
I only have one prediction that I'm going to focus on this year, and it is going to be that we'll see a lot more small box and card games as a recurring after effect of the tariffs. I think there's going to be a response to that. And we're just going to see a lot more games that are easier to get to market, cheaper to manufacture, and easier to get out into the market and get dollars coming in. So, a lot more small box card games because of the tariffs. I think crowdfunding will drive the big deluxe stuff, the customized stuff, but straight to retail games, we'll see a lot more small box games.
Coincidentally, Dwayne's prediction was exactly that. He said all card games all the time. Could we see the launch of another worthy trading card game as well?
That's what mine goes along in the same vein, like as a effect of tariffs. I feel like we're going to see a lot of just like game makers doing re-releases because of IP and stuff that's like sold well in the past, and so just update the art. See if they can get a new audience with it. Card games and just like expansions to be like variations on a theme of like, this has worked before. Let's just keep doing it.
What about you, JK?
I'm going to be the doomsayer here. And I kind of don't want this to happen because I have financial ties to them, but I don't think CMON's going to make it. I think this is going to be their last hurrah. They've already sold off a number of their IPs trying to generate some cash flow. They still have a number of Kickstarters that are in progress, DC United being the one that I'm involved with. We did see the retail version of DC United, which was DC United Hush, did hit the shelves at the tail end of the year. Man, I hope they make it because I want to get that DC collection. But we'll see. They are restructuring. They have a plan. It just worries me that they've gotten rid of all of their IP for the most part. So where is that money going to come from?
Yep. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah. And then kind of similar to what you guys said about the small games, the card box games, I do feel like we're going to see a lot of reissued games, kind of like the proven properties, not just going the Awakened Realms route, but
20 plus Knizia games.
Yeah.
I'm going 20 this year.
We're going to see a lot of games that have name recognition that we've seen before, that maybe they just come out with a new printing to kind of keep the market flowing and keep the money coming in.
Yeah. All right, so we all have a pretty similar theme in our predictions.
Yep.
Is big response to the tariffs, shifting in the sands of retail releases. And lastly, and not least importantly, but what are our resolutions, our gaming resolutions for 2026? My first one and my biggest one, I think, is to play my friggin' expansions. I don't buy a lot of expansions because I know they usually won't get played. But I have some that I really was excited about and am still excited about and have just never gotten played. Specifically, there's a few I want to call out to hold myself accountable to this year. One is my Barcelona expansion. The next one is Rococo, which I feel like is just every year I say I'm going to get it played.
We're going to play the jewelry expansion.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, jewelry box, I think. And so Rococo and then Darwin's Journey. The one came in the original box. It's just a flip side of the board, which I've never played. And then I just got a new one in from crowdfunding. So those are the three that I definitely want to specifically get played. But then also just in general, play my expansions, man. Yeah.
I love Dwayne's first resolution, which is ABSBG, always be selling board games. I think he has figured out that since his move to Washington, he no longer has that dedicated game storage space. So
it is a fraction of the size.
Needs to downsize his collection quite a bit. Emily?
In a similar vein, kind of, my resolution is to shrink the shelf of shame opportunity. And that's either going to be by selling or by playing the games. Like I mentioned earlier, Mansions of Madness has just been sitting on it for a year. I have Heat. I have all the expansions of Heat. I have not brought my box of Heat to the table. And I want to get my games out there. And kind of hand in hand with that, I have a resolution to host more kind of board game nights at my own place this year.
Nice. First one is going to be the one I'm most excited about. I've committed to it. I've asked for the time off at work. I am going to Gen Con this year.
Yes. I'm so excited to have you there with us this year.
I am too. I'm a little concerned because I'm already putting in my head that I can't spend the money that I spend at Origins. I need to have some self-control there. And we're going to put that to the test. But I'm really excited about being there with you guys and kind of seeing the environment and seeing what a Gen Con convention looks like.
Put a reminder in your phone right now for the week before to take emergency every single day, to take vitamins every single day.
Okay, fair.
Don't get sick the week before and then you can't go.
Word. Yeah.
Well, my next one is actually right in line with Emily. Make a dent in my shelf of shame. I've been fine tuning my collection a lot over the past couple of years. Finally getting games played that I haven't, and then deciding playing them for the choice of, do I actually want these to keep or to sell? So whenever a convention pops up, like TGD or a market's going to pop up, I play games specifically to discover, do I actually want to keep this on my shelf? And I want to get more of that done and just keep fine-tuning the collection. But I still have a decent shelf of shame from games I got a long time ago and haven't played. So along with Emily, make a dent in my shelf of shame.
Dwayne's next is to both start and finish a Legacy game. I know I played the Ticket to Ride Legacy game with him, but I don't remember if that was 25 or 24 that we did that.
It feels like 24.
I feel like
it feels like a while ago because that was before our pandemic Legacy game.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to go back to that disc golf comment I made for the 2025 resolutions, because in 2025, I vowed to play more disc golf. And total number of rounds of disc golf I played in 2025. Anybody want to guess?
0.
It was 0.
Hey.
So let's try and at least just get eased back into the disc golf this year.
I told you, I'll be your disc golf buddy.
That's fair. We're not going to go play today. It's too cold.
It's so cold.
Yeah. Ooh. I played once last year for the first time in years, I feel like. So I at least tried to warm myself up to be ready for your play. Well,
anything else for you, James?
Yeah, my last one. This is from a couple years ago. I'm actually going to make progress on this game design that I have in my head that I had all these notes on. And I actually, after I wrote this down last weekend, I sat down and made some additional notes. So
Nice.
Didn't really get very far. Was kind of getting some designer's block, if you would. I feel like I'm at a point to where I need this aha moment that kind of brings some things together to get excited about it again. But because it's a great idea, but I need to make some progress now.
We need to talk about this off the air so we're not giving away secrets. Yeah, I'm intrigued.
So yeah, if I ever get it through, I think it would actually be great. And hey, I'll be asking for play testers at some point.
Okay.
Yes, play my play prototype game.
The last one that Dwayne has on his list, and he just has it listed as library borrows is greater than purchases. So I think that's how he's going to supplement his gameplay by not having the space in his house.
He's been really into the library near him.
Okay.
He's mentioned a few of he's like, I just picked this up from the library, gonna go test it out with Brooke. Okay.
Wow.
Proud of you, dude.
I don't know. I haven't been to a library in ages, so I don't know if ours have any games there.
I personally use McCase as my library.
God, you're kind of right there.
No, the National Library actually has a great selection, and the nice thing is you can go online, just like all their books and everything.
Yeah.
You can go online and reserve it, and if it's at a different location, they'll ship it to the one that you that you need it at. Yeah,
that's really nice.
But
the library is so cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
Okay. The last one I have on my list, did this a handful of years ago, got off to a roaring start, and then it just kind of fizzled out, and I had a lot of fun doing this, so I want to bring it back, is I want to run a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I'm going to do that out of this.
All right.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Emily, anything else for you?
This one's going to be a little bit meta because it's kind of like for the podcast, but want to up our game on social media. Definitely want to hear from you listeners, but realize we might need to do better at reaching out on Instagram and various social medias. And I want to expand our presence at Gen Con. I loved our events that we ran last year. We've been in talks about kind of expanding that, and that's a little bit of a teaser because we still need to iron out some details, but want to be better at networking for us.
Well, and I think through that, I'll join you on that. I want more people to be introduced to our community. Mm-hmm. We have such amazing people that,
we've got enough people. We don't need any more.
That's it.
We're full.
We're full.
Yeah.
We're just talking to a wall.
We're already shutting down restaurants and bars and pubs. But y'all are awesome, and we want to introduce you to more people. So,
and likewise, we would like to hear about your community.
Yeah.
I think that is it for our review of 2025, as well as our hopes, our dreams, our thoughts for 2026.
Yeah, and a year from now, we'll look back and see, was that game any good? Did we fulfill our meet
or did it completely fall off our radar by the time it got released?
That's right, yeah.
Listeners, let us know how you're feeling about this. If you've got any thoughts, predictions, games you're looking forward to, or any resolutions you want to share, you can email us at pod@gleefulmeeple.com or find us on Instagram at gleefulmeeplepod. We want you involved. Let's hear your voices too.
So, I think we've talked enough about 2025 and 2026 that it's time to play Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm so confused. Where did our game of the show happen? No, we've talked enough about games that it's time to play a game on air. We decided for some reason to let JK start the torture off this year, and he has a game challenge for us.
Yay.
Guys, we're 3 years old. We're aging. And, with aging, you have to take care of your health. And I realized looking at our schedule that we did not do our colonoscopy last year. So we did it in season 1, and then we skipped that appointment in season 2. So because it's a good, healthy thing to do, we are going to have another round of post-colonoscopy today on the air. And if you recall that from season 1, there are a number of games that have a title, and then a colon.
Oh,
And
God.
an additional title after the colon. So what I'm going to do for you guys today is I am going to read simply what is after the colon. And then you tell me what precedes the colon.
You know,
Great.
There was actually a few games last year that I would look it up at BGG and I was like, oh, there's a colon. Got to remember the colon.
Oh, no. Yeah.
If you recall from season 1, this game was called Post-Colonoscopy, and you guys thoroughly enjoyed it. I have 20 clues for you, and we did a random choice to figure out who is going first. That would be Emily. I'm going to give you the everything after the colon. I'm not going to say colon this time because that was just an overuse of my colon last time, and we don't want to do that again.
Yeah, clean us out, JK.
Yes. Emily, you'll get first dibs to try and guess the answer. If you cannot get it, your opponent will have an opportunity to steal from you as well. Are we ready?
We are ready.
Hold on, let me take a deep breath and relax.
Emily, your first post-colon clue is the curse of the temple.
I have no idea.
Oh, I think I might know this. Maybe.
I can think of plenty of temple games, but I can't think of any that. Curse of the Temple. I'm going to have to pass.
James, can you steal?
This is the Knizia game, isn't it? I think, or no? Is this the one where you're going through the dungeon that Dwayne likes? Oh my God! I might be wrong, but I think that's what this is, and I cannot think of the name all of a sudden. It's an older game, 2-player game. Am I close at all?
I don't think it's that.
Okay, then no, I don't know what it is.
You were looking for Escape, the curse of the temple.
Yeah, I was picturing that in my head.
Okay.
Different game though, I guess.
All right, James, over to you. Banner Festival.
Lanterns.
Is not lanterns. Emily?
Oh, no. I know what it is now. Shoot.
Emily, it is Banner Festival. Over to you.
I was just thinking about Festival, the game. I don't know.
Can I get half a point?
We'll see if you can pick it up. No points, but James, what is it?
Tidal Blades.
It is Tidal Blades. Yes.
Oh,
All right.
What was I thinking? Lantern. Harvest Festival.
Harvest Festival is lanterns, yes. All right, Miss Emily. Paleo Americans.
Paleo Americans? It's not. No. All I'm thinking about is Stone Age, and I don't even think that's the correct age.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass.
That is not correct.
I know that's wrong.
And the smoke churning out of James's ears is telling me he's trying to think of it, but
It's Fantasia Games. It's Ice Age, and I cannot. I always call it the Ice Age game, and it's always wrong.
And that does you no good.
I know exactly what it is, and it's like a three words. It's Ice Age. Oh my gosh, it was Fantasia Games' first big game. I can't think of the name of it. Go ahead, JK.
it is Endless Winter.
Endless Winter. God.
All right, over to James. We still have no points on the board.
I know.
I was about to
this
say
is
this is a
bad.
brutal
All right, James.
start to the season.
Yours is The Art of Chill.
Bob Ross.
It is Bob Ross.
Woo.
Very good. All right. Emily, yours is The Heart of the Silk Road.
Oh, Century Golem?
It is not.
Oh, no.
James, do you want to try this one? The Heart of the Silk Road.
Myrrh. Or that's the follow-up. The first one. Silk.
So I'm going to say no
Oh.
because it's Merv.
Merv. Oh, come on, JK.
How do you spell that?
MERV.
Oh.
All right. Over to James. Nordic countries.
Ticket to Ride.
It is Ticket to Ride.
Oh, wow.
All right. James takes a 2-0 lead as we toss over to Emily. A Journey to the Moon.
Welcome to.
No.
No.
You're going to kick yourself
Mhm.
because James,
Shackleton base.
it is Shackleton base. We were just talking about it a little while ago.
Oh.
All right, James, blood and sand.
Oh, it's like when I need the information, it just escapes my head. Kemet.
It is Kemet. Very good. James takes a 4-0 lead over Emily here. There's room to come back. You've got time. Emily, yours is search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Oh no. It's not the Crew. New Frontiers?
It is not.
Yeah, that felt wrong.
James, over to you. Search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Isn't that what SETI stands for? But that's not, can't be this.
Oh, that is the acronym. SCTI.
I'm not sure. I think I feel like I know this one, but it's not coming to me.
No answer?
No.
It's SETI.
Yeah. I was
But
like,
that's not a colon. That's just.
The game is SETI, search for extraterrestrial
Oh, well, then I
intelligence.
got it. Come on, give me that one. Come on.
I was going to
All
give
right,
it to
we'll
him.
give you the point
Yep.
there. James, yours is the hare and the tortoise.
The hare and the tortoise. You'd think it'd be like I'm picturing a light kids game, but I don't remember. The hare and the tortoise. It's not Bunny Kingdom. The hare and the tortoise. Would it be a race game?
Emily's trying to scan my shelf for this, and I will tell you in all honesty, I don't believe any of these games are on my shelf.
You said that one time during a game, and I found Bunny Kingdom afterwards.
I don't know. I don't know this one.
Emily, do you want to take a guess on this? The hare and the tortoise.
No.
It is Tales and Games.
Yeah, I would not have gotten that one.
All right. Over to Emily. We're halfway through this, and James has a 5-0 lead. Emily, yours is The Heir of Frankenstein. And when I say heir, it is Heair. The Heir of Frankenstein.
I have no idea. It's horror games of the like are totally in a blind spot for me right now. Creature feature.
It is not. James?
Abomination?
It is Abomination.
Wow.
Woo.
All right. This one's a tough one, James. We'll see how you do on this one. Yours is The Prague Astronomical Clock.
Orloy.
Oh my gosh, you got it. Really? Well done, sir.
Spelled very weirdly.
Yes, Orloj.
Oh.
Over to Emily. Bright Lights, Big City.
That's a CeeLo Green song.
Mm.
Bright Lights, Big City.
Bright Lights, Big City.
Las Vegas.
It is not.
I've heard this before. The game is not coming to me. Bright Lights, Big City.
Oh.
I don't know.
Are you looking up answers once you're out?
Oh, just that one. That was the
Cheater.
first one.
That is Machi Koro.
Yeah.
Bright Lights, Big City.
I was
yeah.
like, hint, I hate that game.
All right, James, over to you. Fate of Roanoke.
Fate of Roanoke. Not Fate of the Fellowship. Gosh, I've heard this one too, but it's not coming to me.
Miss
I'll
Emily?
pass it.
I feel like it's like a name like Abomination or like something like that. Destruction, the Fate of Roanoke.
Not one that I really knew, but it is in the top 1,000 on BGG. This is Pagan, Fate of Roanoke.
Oh, no, that was not where
No.
my mind was at.
All right, Emily, The Fall of Avalon.
Oh, no. I have heard of this one. Is it like a Raiders game? I'm gonna have to pass.
James?
I have one guess, but I don't think it's right.
Okay.
Etherfields?
It is not. I like where you're going, though. It is Tainted Grail.
Oh, it's the other one.
Yeah.
My brain was in the right
Yep.
place. Dang it.
All right.
I forgot. That's the round or the knights.
Yep.
Arthurian
Yep.
world.
All right. For James, Bigger and Badder.
Bigger and badder. King of Tokyo?
Not King of Tokyo.
I was like, that's a good guess. King of New York.
It is not King of New York. It is Disney Villainous, the latest iteration of that. All right, over to Emily. A smartphone incorporated game.
No, thank you. Smartphone incorporated game?
Jeez.
Mobile Markets?
It is Mobile Markets.
It is nice.
It's the one I did lie. It is actually sitting right on the shelf right there. James, over to you. The Long Night.
Dead of Winter.
It is Dead of Winter.
I love that.
All right, Emily, last one over to you. From Chieftain to King.
Chieftain to King. I have no idea.
James?
You wouldn't do this because you sold this, but because I don't. Is it a how? A how?
It's not a how. No, that's actually still on my shelf.
Oh, is it?
I haven't quite sold that one yet. This is Isle of Skye.
Oh.
From Chieftain to King.
I've never.
Oh, it's been so long since I've played
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
And then, James, the last clue on our list,
Okay.
yours is Forever Evil.
Oh, I know this one. It's rattling around in my brain somewhere. Forever Evil. No, I can't nail it.
Miss Emily, Forever Evil.
I'm drawing a blank.
No guess?
No guess.
This is one of the core boxes for DC deck building game. Forever Evil, where the villains take the lead.
I figured it was villain something.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we've just finished our post-colonoscopy check, and James is in good health.
I feel
he
good.
wins this one 8-1. Good job. Way to
Hey,
kick off the season, James.
So do
I
I
got
do all the
on the
games I
board.
got correctly? Like, are those like polyps that are like?
Ooh. Let's not consider that.
Let's not continue this analogy.
no.
You're all welcome.
Let's not dive too far into that hole.
I need to leave.
All right, I think we have wrapped up our first episode of season 3, guys. Anything else you want to say?
Well, y'all be looking out. We're gonna have more guests on, more community. What makes this special? It's gonna be an awesome year. We're looking forward to it.
And we're going to end with thanking our sponsor, as we normally do. Now, it was tough finding sponsors. You know, we have grown as a podcast, but not so much that we're really, reaping in the bucks yet. The big sponsors aren't coming to us. So I had to kind of go out and market a little bit. And I went to that one hub of commerce that will never die, the indoor shopping mall.
Oh,
Specifically, I went to an indoor shopping mall sometime around 1988, 89, and started talking to people. So let's thank our first sponsor, Camelot Music.
oh man.
Camelot Music, when you need your latest Tiffany, New Kids on the Block, or Paula Abdul, that's the place you want to go. Camelot Music, no one knows music better. Thanks for listening, everybody. We've been the Gleeful Meeple Podcast. Email us at pod@gleefulmeeple.com or find us on Instagram at Gleeful Meeple Pod. Thanks, y'all. Talk soon.
Thanks.
Bye, Gleeples.